Welcome to Bake It with AJ. I'm AJ, and since it's the middle of May now, I figured we were all in the mood for something a little tropical because we just need summer. Trust me, I need it in my life just as badly as you. So I thought we would add some pineapples and coconuts to our life. Continuing the boozy bunts with Pina Colada Cake. Oh my God, when I tasted this, I was blown away because it's pretty much everything I love about an alcoholic cake. You shouldn't drive after eating it because you can breathe fire when you have a bite, which is, come on, that's what we want, honestly. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can join me every Wednesday for new episodes of Bake It with AJ. Now this batter is pretty much my classic bundt cake recipe here. So I have 3 cups or 450 grams of cake flour with 2 teaspoons or 9.5 grams of baking powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon or 3.5 grams of baking soda, and 1.5 teaspoons or 9 grams of salt. Just whisking all those together until they're nice and friendly and setting aside. Moving over to a large bowl with our mixer, I have 1.5 cups, which is 3 sticks or 339 grams of unsalted butter that is completely soft to room temperature that we're creaming with 2 cups or 400 grams of granulated sugar. Once that is all nicely mixed, after a few minutes, we're going in with 4 large room temperature eggs. Add them one at a time and mix in each one before you add the next. After the eggs are in there, I have 1.5 teaspoons or 6 grams of vanilla extract with a tablespoon or 13 grams of coconut flavor. This is going to really up our tropical game here, so don't leave out the coconut, it's very important. Once your flavorings are nicely combined into the batter here, we're gonna alternately add our dry mixture with 1 cup of room temperature buttermilk, which is about 225 grams worth. You want to do this in about 3 parts and start and end with the dry to prevent any overmixing. Once your batter has nicely come together, take a 10-cup bundt pan, grease it liberally because obviously it needs to come out of there, and pour in your lovely cake batter. Smooth it around with your spatula, and this is going to get baked at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius for 50 to 55 minutes or until a cake tester comes out clean. Now, once your cake is out of the oven, let it cool in the pan for about 10 minutes, and then you should be able to turn it onto a cooling rack. Now, before it cools completely, I'm taking a skewer here and I'm gonna poke holes all around the cake. And now we're going to add the boozy part of the cake, which is a 1/2 cup of white rum that I've added about 2 tablespoons of simple syrup to, which is just equal parts sugar and water, heated until dissolved. I'm going to pour this mixture all over the cake, focusing on the holes we poked there so that it really gets nicely absorbed. And once you've added all of your liquid into the cake, you want to let it cool completely, which will probably take about another 1/2 hour. So once the cake is almost cooled, it's time for the glaze, for which we need 2.5 cups or about 350 grams of confectioner sugar that I've added 1/4 teaspoon or about 1 gram of salt to, a teaspoon or 2 grams of lime zest, and now for the liquid, I have 3 tablespoons or 60 grams of pineapple juice, which I just got out of the can of some sliced pineapple, and 2 tablespoons or 40 grams of coconut milk. Now, if your can of coconut milk has some of those white solidified parts, it's not really a big deal if they get into the glaze, because that's just more flavor. So don't you worry, if some of those fall in there, it's okay. It'll whisk out and be smooth anyway. So take your whisk and make these ingredients lovely and blended like this. And it's time to pour this all over the cooled cake. And once the glaze has set just a little bit, you can top it with some additional lime zest and some sweetened shredded coconut, and just for some extra flair, because a lot of the times people garnish pina coladas with cherries, I'm gonna add some maraschino cherries on top as well. And oh my goodness. So don't forget to check out the recipe. The link for that is in the description. It'll take you to my website. Be sure to leave me some comments down below and hit that thumbs up button. And of course, hit that subscribe button so you can join me every Wednesday for new recipes to try at home. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.